Rightio guys, I'd like to welcome you back to another Wise Choice Systems build. It is the AeroCool Syclone, which is a review of a case which I did earlier, which is probably not actually going to get uploaded until I upload this one as well, so we'll see how we go. I'll just move my keyboard. So basically, if you saw the earlier video of it getting built and stuff, of what it looks like, it was quite easy to build in. It was easy to remove the top, like on most of them. All in all, for a medium tower case, it wasn't that bad at all. Right, so here we go. So as you can see, as I told you before, here are the blue lights at the front. There's your power and your LED light. It's meant to flicker red when it's actually thinking. Every now and then I can get a glimpse of it, but it's not really that strong. And there's a fair bit of venting here. Now this is the fan here. You can actually hear it, and if you put your hand there, you can actually feel the air that it's pulling through. So there's a fair bit of venting there. Obviously we've got a Blu-ray drive in here as well. It's pretty much what I install standard now. Your two USBs, headphone mic, a SATA at the top. Now you can actually fit a 120mm fan at the top here. There's about 3 screws that you need to undo from the bottom, and then the whole thing pops off. You slide your fan in there, screw it in, and away you go. It's not that hard. Now that's what the side looks like. Obviously I haven't got a side fan on there. I didn't actually think it was necessary, and I wasn't sure I would have the room. Now the reason why I don't think it's necessary in this size case is, one, because of the cooler that we're using. So I didn't actually think that it would be like, if you put your hand there, you can feel the air just from the noctua, and then it does have quite a good exhaust fan on it. So I didn't end up throwing one on there, but I might if I can get another blue LED one. But apart from that, everything else is pretty standard. So I'm putting this around to the back so you guys can see that. Yeah, I am actually installing Windows at the same time, so we're doing the updates, all the Windows are done. So yeah, obviously you got your power supply down here, which is the AeroCool Syclone X, running the ASUS HD 6770 graphics card, and it is of course running the Z68 MAD2HB3 gigabyte motherboard. So you got your 120mm fan here, which surprisingly moves a lot of air. Normally I don't have these screwed in, but obviously today I do. So I'll just take them thumb screws out. I'll show you the inside. It's pretty standard inside for one of my builds. It's running the Core i7 2600K, so you can overclock it. Generally I'll probably clock it to about 4.2 or something like that, just depending on what it's going to be doing. But as you can see on the inside, it is quite neat. So I do like the AeroCool cases because they're just so easy to work in, and there's just those couple of little things which make it that little bit different. So what I'll do is I'll grab you now and we'll take you in for a closer look. So as I was telling you before, it is a blue backing, so it kind of suits nicely with the blue Mobo. Now down here you have your front audio connector, USB, and then you of course have your front panel connectors, power and everything like that up here. Now as I was telling you earlier about the about those white panels that were just here and how the LEDs, and that's how it lights up, and that's how you get the effect at the front, obviously. Now I did get asked a question. Somebody messaged me, why did I install the hard drives here? Now the reason for that is not because I wanted to gimp somebody trying to take this out, but generally because so many people come back to me going, oh, I want to install another hard drive, but you installed them like down the bottom here or something like that. So it's easier for me to just install them up there. If they want to change it, they can. There's plenty of cabling room, so they can drop them down the bottom if they want to, or they can leave them there and add in more hard drives. It doesn't really matter. I do leave a decent gap there as well, just for airing and just flow and stuff like that, and there's no real need for it to be there, but it is also looks nicer when it's cabled. So apart from that, it's quite not too bad cabling up here. As you can see, none of the actual front panel cabling or anything like that comes through there. It all dropped down one of those little cutouts that I showed you in the previous video, which is where I was actually just showing how it was all done. But at the beginning of this video as well, you would have seen it when I had the top off. So all in all, it's not too bad. It was quite enjoyable to build in. As you can see as well, up in there is the ATX power. So I guess the board, it's only a 4-pin cable tied the two 4s together to make it nice and neat. And then obviously you have your Noctua NHC14, so which is obviously the CPU cooler. So all in all, guys, and I'll see if I can get you in to show you a little bit closer on this card. So I'm using, it's still actually on the stand, so there we go, the stand's off. So that in there is the graphics. I wonder if we can turn this light on. Here we go. There we go. And there's the graphics card fan. That's what the bottom of the asus HD6770 looks like. It's not bad. It's not too bad. It's not too bad a graphics card at all for the price and what it is. Obviously, here's the top, and how I was telling you, you can get. Oh, I'll take you back in. But so you got your USB 1, USB 2, headphone mic jacks, eSATA. Power button is just here. Well, it's actually here, to be honest with you. It's a bit out. Reset switches here, so not too bad at all. And I'll see if I can show you these screws. Alright, so there's one just here, and then you can't see the other two because they're actually above this. So to get to it, you would need to take out the optical drive. Now obviously it's not too hard in general, so oh, maybe you can. Yeah, I can't quite get enough light up in there for you to be able to see it, but all up there's 3 screws, quite easy. This whole top thing just pops up. You could probably just lean it. You would have to take your front bezel off though, so take the front bezel off, lean that up, slide your fan in, screw it up from underneath. Fan's in there, looking good. If you had say a blue LED fan like the one at the back here, I think it's the AeroCool Shark, you know, chuck one of those up there, and you'll probably find that the blue will come out and look quite decent as well. Okay guys, so there is another Wise Choice Systems build. I hope you enjoyed it. As usual, if you have any questions, please feel free to ask, and of course I'll answer them as soon as I get the chance.